In his congratulatory message to all those who won leadership positions in the previous guild elections in high institutions of learning, the Uganda Young Democrats President Mr. Ismail Chiria said that the government's directive to allow pregnant students back into schools after full reopening of the education sector is an irrational decision tainted with emotions, whereas students have been encouraged to wait and return to schools after delivering and when their babies are at the right stage to be taken care of by another person as the way of enabling the child mothers to commence with studies.
The point is about the government's poor planning to allow pregnant girls in schools. We would like to appreciate government for opening up schools, which has been our long-time prayer since 2020. This brings to an end the longest school closure in the world. The long lockdown has left many girls pregnant and others are child mothers. The government's directive to allow pregnant girls in schools is an irrational decision tainted with emotions. It is not the first time girls are getting pregnant. But we don't know why government is very emotional giving out such an order or an elective. Schools have always been encouraged to wait and return to school after delivering and when the baby is old enough to be taken care of another person. The statement is saying that those days students have been conceiving, and we have been seeing parents, schools themselves, the communities have been allowing them to get out of school, deliver, then afterwards come back to the schools.
Mr. Ismail said that these pregnant students need special care and confidentiality, where some adopt pregnancy symptoms like vomiting and dozing, which calls for special attention that has not been provided for in schools by the government, and the government issuing a return to school directive for pregnant students will need to provide the necessary services to all students with the condition.
If I'm to say, special care and confidentiality. Some may not want to share desks. Some may not want to share some facilities. Some may come along with some pregnant symptoms like vomiting, dozing, spitting, eating too much, and others. This calls for a special care that is not available and not provided for in the school environment. Now the government is just giving a directive without preparing these institutions, without preparing the community, without preparing those who are going to stay with these students. Remember that these pregnant mothers, as I've said, that they require special attention and special care. The government has not provided any training, no facilities to this effect to teachers, non-teaching staff, and even the community to handle these girls who conceived at these different intervals.
Mr. Ismail finally commended the government to approve maternity holidays for pregnant students to enable them access better health services and efficiently plan for return to schools as well as their newborn babies. TV Africa News, Kachanchu Mtabazi reporting.